Hey there, glad you're back. Thought today would be a good day. I got a little bit of time to talk about some drills. Um, I have mostly Ryobi drills, as you'll see, and I have a couple others too. But I've always defaulted back to the Ryobis because I like them, and they've lasted so long. A few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I broke down and bought a Dewalt drill and driver, which I actually love that too. But the Ryobi guys keep going, so I keep using them. So I'll turn the camera around and we'll focus our guys. Give me 2 seconds here. I don't like editing, so we got to do things on the fly. All right, let me pull this back a little bit. All right, so this is what we're dealing with here. We've got 3, 1, 2, and 3 drills. These are Ryobis. This is my Dewalt, which it's amazing. It's a little bit lighter, I think, than the Ryobis because the battery's a little smaller. I have small batteries too for the Ryobis, as you can see here, but they're I don't know. This guy's a little faster and I think a little more powerful, but we got 3 generations of drills here. This guy's the oldest. I think I got him around, what is it, 2025? Probably around 12 or years ago, maybe 11, 12 years ago. I bought it as a pair. So at the time, I think it was this one, or it could be another. I have another one too. So it could have been this driver. This is a driver here. It's good. Now I think this is older than this, so it must be my other one. And then on another occasion, I bought a bag of tools and of Ryobi tools. It was a kit. It came with this and the driver and a small saw and 2 other items. That was that's how I ended up with this one. And then this one here, I think, I don't know. I don't remember how I got it. It was probably a crazy deal. And I thought, oh well, one of these guys might break one day and I'll have my backup. And then as time went on, I did come across a crazy deal on this, so I bought this with the equivalent Dewalt driver. Anyways, they all work perfectly still. The batteries, believe it or not, some of these batteries, like this guy is so old, still works perfectly. They're all slightly varying in amp hours, so that's how much energy they store and how long they last. Look at this guy. I gotta show you this battery. This one is like one of my original batteries. You can tell it's super duper old. I think I actually have one older than this, but because the power rating, you can see that, 2.6 amp hours, 48 watt hours, and it's kind of thick. Now this one is the same thickness, more or less, right? Here, we'll hold this up. Very similar, but it's 4 amp hours, and it's got 72 watt hours, so it can last much longer than this guy. But having said that, this guy's still working as designed. Okay. So that's all these. I'll put these in there. I can show you them all real quick. So this would be one of the older ones, right? No lights, nothing like that. Same with this guy, no lights, but everything works. And you've got your reverse, right? The top you've got a 2 and a 1. Whoops. Okay, so on 1 you've got half the speed of number 2, but you've got more torque. Okay, so you would use this like low speed when you want to do something a little like soft woods. You don't want to go too fast because you'll just go right through it. Number 2, you want max speed when you're doing either a hardwood or you want to drill holes. Okay, so when I say softwood with number 1, I'm talking about like putting screws into something or fastener. And number 2 again is full speed, great for making holes. You want more speed when you're making holes, okay? And the other control on all these drills have the same controls. Is this up front here? There's this. It's a clutch, okay, and it goes from 1 to 22, I believe. When you have it set on the lowest setting, you can hold it with your hand. See? And I can hold it because it's on the lowest torque setting. When you go all the way to the top, which is where you'll see the little drill bit there, you'll never be able to hold it. You'll strip the skin off your hand. So if you need to finesse things, you might want to lower it down a little bit so you're not wrecking things, okay? But if you're, again, making holes, you want full power on the clutch, full speed on the number 2, and that's basically the anatomy of a drill. This guy has a light. That's one of the benefits. It's got a light, newer version, little LEDs there. And they're all variable, so you can go slow and then just pull the trigger harder and you go full speed. Okay, that's number 2. That's full speed. This guy's kind of next level. Okay, so it has all the same features, but the lighting is much better, and it spins faster. Like this one is up to 1,300 revolutions per minute, and I believe these guys are like 15 or 1,600. Okay, this guy is 1,800. Okay, so that's basically it. I love them all. They all have their purpose. They're all they all still work exactly like the day I got them. You know, all those years ago. Some of them. The batteries are all amazing. They all have different, as I said, different powers and stuff. I did make a couple notes about the batteries, but it's really moot. It's not really here or there. They're small batteries. They have less power versus the bigger batteries. I don't even think you can get some of these wimpier batteries anymore. And this battery is, again, it's the Dewalt battery. Slightly different way to come off, but there it is. And it's a 20-volt system. And here's the upside down. That's not gonna work. So this one is 1.5 amp hours and 30 watt hours. So again, a little bit lower power, but it'll last okay because it's got 30 watt hours. It's not too bad. As far as durability of the Ryobis, I know people who have a lot of attitude around Ryobi, but they're contractors, right? If you're a DIYer like myself, then the Ryobi's fine. I mean, here we are 12 years later, 13 years later, and this stuff all works. I think one of the big deals is to I think one of the big deals is to make sure you take care of your batteries. Okay, so I always bring them in the house and keep them at room temperature. I don't leave them in the shed or garage in the middle of the winter. I always make sure they maintain a charge. I have multiple chargers. One of them's a big 6-pack, and it maintains it and keeps the power up to snuff. So if it drops, it comes back on and tops it up, like a battery maintainer that you might have for a car. So again, it's just a matter of common sense with your tools, right? If you're a contractor, then you're going after, I'm going to say on the low end, Dewalt, and you're looking at Milwaukee and some other big brands. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is that all these drills, actually, the Dewalt does not have what I'm going to talk about, but these guys all have, whoops, let me flip it back around again. On the top of the drill. Here, let's see. See that? Even the old guy, the 12-year-old guy, come on, work with me here. There goes the bubble. So it's kind of handy, but most of the time you're going to find that you're drilling in a wall and you're not really looking at the level, so it's not really necessary. And yeah, so that's it. That's it for the drills. If you're a DIYer, go for it. I don't think you'll have any trouble. I haven't. and they have a half decent warranty. So if you have trouble, you know, in the first bit, you'll be taken care of. Yeah, I'll put some links down below for some good deals that might be available on these guys. And yeah, leave any comments down below. Subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff. I have a lot more power tools in here, which I'm going to get through slowly. And that's it for today. So hope you have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.